Geelong and District Football League. We are the Raiders from all around Geelong.
Nigel Lovell.
We're underway here, third quarter. Umpires put the ball in the air. Mensch gets a tap down for Winchelsea. Immediately, Werribee pick up in the middle. Wild kick towards half forward. Numbers back there with Winchelsea as Mackenzie runs onto the footy, but they all overrun the footy. Now the ball, handball to players running. McNichol, he's not going to kick it for goal. Koutsamanis is though, and he has bonged it through for the first goal in 22 seconds for the Werribee side. And what a sensational start.
How they started after the main break. So ball back up again. Bench flew high, ran into Morgan, and then ended up getting the tap. Came down though, and it was Cassidy. Bruno then by hand gets it onto the outer side of the ground. Coming off hands there and running hard was Cornish. Cornish gets the ball away, heading forward again, looking for McNichol. Brings the ball to the front in ground. Picked up there by Cassidy again. He's done really well today, Cassidy. Comes off hands, heads back into the ground. Nucky does the good defensive work though, gets the punch away. Comes off hands to Davis for the Winchelsea side. Tornier taken down without the ball. Picked up off hands. Werribee Centrals running into attack again. Hall leading in the race for the ball. Couldn't quite get there. Nucky just got a hand in the way just at the last minute, but he's still leading in the race for the ball. The speeds to Hall. Turns on a dime. Hooks it back in. But there is nobody home. And Mackenzie for Winchelsea. Terrible kick by Mackenzie. Comes off hands to Walson. Walson gets it by hands and back to Hall. Hall right in front of the Werribee coaches box and the past players. Parochial centres the ball, sees some options. A turn too much. His kick had a fair bit of screw on it. Sezin come up with the ball. Leak by hand to Davis over the top. Tawny with the ball now. Has got some options. Taps the ball on the ground with a bounce. Runs now. Brings it forward. Kicks long into the attacking half forward for the Winchelsea side. Picked up off hands. Oh, not a good handball though. Intercepted. Bruno with the ball. They'll rebound quickly here. Centrals comes back through and the mark will be taken there by Kasia. Kasia with the ball.
It's been pretty good, young Luke.
He has indeed. Drives the ball long. Again, looking for ball. Picked up by umpire Cullen.
He's paid it.
You've pushed him in the back there.
There'll be no free beers for him in the past players after the game, I can tell you. But he got it right.
So the ball now coming out of Matheson. Long kick out of defence for Winchelsea. Mark should have been taken there for Winchelsea, but it wasn't. Now towards the half-forward line. Numbers certainly back there with Werribee Centrals, and that's been the game they've played. Handball over the top from Morgan, and they retain possession. Now they go across the face of goal. Mark taken by Weatherly. Weatherly down through the mud patch. That's through the corridor. And that's good play. Werribee handball went to the running Cornish. Cornish long kick towards half forward. Mensch tried to get into the contest. Nucky. He's got nowhere to kick it to. Finally, player finally made a bit of space in Holmes and is honoured with the pass.
Just doesn't look 100% Mensch to me.
No, you're right.
Yeah, very proppy.
So Holmes now towards centre wing. Mark not taken by Higgins. Off hands was Tornier, and in fact it wasn't.
They'd probably need to give him a rest for a bit longer than he has had, but they can't afford to if they still want to try and make the finals.
So Werribee just chipping the ball about, came inboard to Phipps. He goes inboard to Cornish. Now, Cornish, he sees a lead down the corridor, and that's where they need to be. And McGuinness having a great day. He and Cassidy, they've had a birthday today. As the ball goes towards half forward, Bray, handball, running Kasia, takes the handball out to McNichol.
That's a good kick from a kid.
And that was a well-positioned kick, and McNichol, I think he's with a heavy ball, maybe just too far, and in fact, why wouldn't you find Cassidy? He's had it on a string and takes the mark 35 metres out directly in front.
Be nearly best on the ground at this stage, Cassidy.
Well, he and McGuinness, you could flip a coin.
Yeah, I reckon you could. And talking about great players, there's not a huge number over at the past players. No, it's not a bad crowd, but geez, the quality's there. Calvert, Heath Buck.
They could almost still get a game out here, some of those fellas.
Wayne McCain. I tell you what, there's a few quality players over. They don't look too quality at the minute.
Michael Cassidy, outside 50, good positive approach. Good kick off the boot. Goal umpire is moving across, but he's not moving too far.
Not far.
And Michael Cassidy
back in the middle. Up it goes. Morgan gets all of that, brings it to ground, comes off hands. But it was Stephen with the ball for Winchelsea. Gets the ball to Davis and get it into attack for the Winchelsea side. Brody Donald leads for the race for the ball. Picks it up, gets it away by hand, comes back. That's Leake at true centre half forward. Again, drives it forward, looking for the option. Two on one contest, though. Good work.
Been that all day, Andrew.
Two good contests there by the Centrals guys. Comes outside. It was Cassidy with the ball again.
He's holding him.
Leather poisoning today, Cassidy. It wasn't him that held him, though. And the ball's going to come back in. Short chip kick finds Mensch. He's going to unload from inside the centre square. Drives the ball long over the back, looking
gotta be
for...
in front.
That's what worries me, though. Mensch unloads from 40 metres out and only kicks at 25. He's not right.
He is not right. McGuinness with the ball will go across the ground.
Goodness me.
Met strongly. It was Blake Quarrier. Gets up off his feet and finds Cassidy. Leather poisoning personified today, Michael Cassidy. Going to go out wide again. No, goes the chip option. Goes the short chip and goes to the outer side of the ground, and it will find out there, I think, one of the Brighties it might be. He's going to come back looking for Cassidy or
danger.
Sawney's going to have the ball. It's going to come off hands to Venables. Venables back to Sawney. Comes around the outside. Looks Leak over the top. They're going anyway, looking for an option. Comes off hands. That's Hart with the ball. He goes by hand back inbound, looking for Brody Donald. Brody Donald unloads.
I reckon he's got that.
Goal. And that will be Brody.
The West boys! Go West!
Your boy.
Go West, young man!
Back in the middle, Mitch got the tap down. Cassidy, though, with the ball. Cassidy drives it long. Comes off hands. Can't get it off hands. Tornier comes out with the ball. Tornier runs around the outer side of the ground, trying to get it through. Sezin with the ball. He can't get it loose. Then comes off hands. It's McKenzie for Winchelsea. This time they'll get it forward to a one-on-one contest, and it's Sawney will take the ball in front of the scoreboard. Turns and comes back in, finds McClure. McClure, now it's when they haven't got any options at the moment. Goes down long. McKenzie has run a long way to take the ball on the half-forward flank, right on the boundary line. McKenzie gives it by hand to Sawney. Not a good handball. Intercepted. Great work there by Morgan, the big fella. Gets it by hand. Over the top now. Leake tries to clean up. 50-metre arc outer side of the ground. Winchelsea attacking end. No one really got the tap in. Went straight to ground. Comes off hands now, working it around the boundary line. And picking up there is Phipps, I think it was, the coach. Coach drives the ball long, but the opposition coach in Mensch will float back and take the mark. Drives the ball back forward now. Into the middle of the ground comes Stephen. He will take the mark. Runs on, plays on straight away, looking for Donald. He tries to force his player underneath the ball, couldn't do it. Came off hands. Bonner, it wasn't Bonner, it was Venables.
Gee, there wasn't much in that. I think you can let that go, Greg. I think you can let that go.
Advantage paid, and
just an arm out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Advantage paid, and the ball will come out now to the Werribee Central side.
So 10 minutes gone in the quarter. Werribee control. Jones just backward of centre wing. Takes the mark, kicks it control towards the lead of Bray, but in front of him was McNichol. McNichol takes the mark and goes goalwards. Long kick towards full forward, just edged out there. There was a free kick both ways, missed by the umpire on that occasion. Finally, the ball's going to come back to Hall. Can't pick it up, however. Pushed out by the Winch defence. They're trying hard through Holmes. Handball's gone astray. Now it's picked up there for the Werribee Central side. I can't pick the players under here. 5 others. As the ball goes up 30 metres from the goal, Mensch used the body, got the tap down for Winchelsea, but at ground level, Werribee doing much better than Winch at the moment in the clinches. Umpire blows the whistle. I see Phipps is running goal. His opponent doesn't run with him. Gee, they take some chances, some of the defenders.
Might have been a talk you gave him.
You'd like to hope so. Ball comes in off the boot there of...
Wilson.
Was it Wilson?
It was indeed.
So he kicks a behind. So they extend their lead a little further. 9 goals, 13-67 Werribee. 4-2-26 Winch. The Grandy Cycling Sport third quarter scoreboard, 12 minutes gone.
Bayliss will start play for the Winchelsea side. Oh, geez, a good kick of the footy. Bayliss get almost back in the centre of the ground.
Yeah, but you've got to pick your mark, though. It's a long kick, not a good kick.
That man, Phipps, has the ball. Werribee Central's coach. Centre half forward. Play on, says the umpire. He's going to go straight across the ground, look for an options, and switch it round down the outer side of the ground, and he will find Weatherly. So Weatherly with the ball.
He's a
Still,
much more consistent player now, Grubby.
Yeah, he is. He
his
is.
kick was not good, though, and it was
It's another one
intercepted.
you've had to speak into.
Intercepted and marked by Holmes for Winchelsea across the half-back line. He's going to look for Sawney. Sawney brings the ball to ground.
Did you see that?
It was Nucky. Nucky gets the ball off hand now, gets it to Tornia. Tornia goes backwards. Bonner with the ball. He'll pick it up. Gives it across by hand then to Davis. Davis to Tornia. Tornia gets a kick away, going up the wing looking for McClure. He couldn't take the ball. It's a 3-on-2 contest again. Werribee just getting to the bottom of every contest. Pick comes up off hands there. It was Quarry with the ball. Bring the ball back into attack. Comes around the outer wing. And a mark will be taken by McNichol.
Did you see her? One of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life.
What, talking to Eric as usual?
No, my wife just turned up.
Picked up by Leake now. Leake drives the ball forward. Comes off hands. Jones has virtually got this on a string. He's got that much time on his hands and support from his Werribee teammates. Jones, little chip kick. Finds that man
Great
Cassidy
control.
in the middle. He'll chip round the corner. Oh, good vision by Cassidy.
They
And
just
finds-
can't stop him.
And finds Keishia. Keishia drives the ball now long into attack looking for...
Oh, look at that.
Great work on the
Unbelievable.
ball. In he comes.
No, I've got that.
So thank you, Roger. Now I'll pass on the oranges. You take them over to the boys. I think they need all the vitamin C they can get.
Yeah, I have a... No,
David
I-
Hall with the ball. Great mark from Werribee Centrals. Will come and he will kick from only about 25 out.
Oh, it's a
I'll
shocker.
tell you what, he ends up kicking from about 45 out. He was that far from him.
To where we sent, they should be 10 goals up. Grubby.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. And that's why the game can still be won by Winch.
Yeah.
It'll take a lot from here, but it still can be.
But there was ball kicked to centre forward. Mackenzie missed the mark. Cassidy picked it up. Bray handball the running player in Keisha, and he's 20 metres out and goes bang.
Another good one.
That's kicked his second for the day.
Did I say invalid?
You did, mate.
Maybe I shouldn't have had those full cans at half time.
Ball back in the middle, comes off hands. Toby Bray with the ball, gives it off hands there to Brady. Brady drives the ball long forward, looking for Hall. God, he's got a turn of pace.
Oh,
Hall
yeah.
turns the corner, kicks it in, looking for a goal, running into an open goal. That will be around the corner. I thought it was McNichol. No, it wasn't.
Oh, he's got it,
was
though.
Taylor. Was it Taylor that had the ball?
Matthew Taylor it was.
With the Hall's pace, geez, he's quick.
And a couple of those young kids are standing up for Werribee today. Walson, Taylor, it's good, and Keisha. Like, that's great for the team.
I'd love to see Luke Keisha play well because he's done it pretty hard.
Yeah, well, back in the middle, the ball has come to the Winchelsea side. Mark taken Davis across to Mensch. Mensch quickly to half forward. Numbers back there with Werribee again, and that's been. Oh, there's a bit off the ball there. A couple of
Only
players
a wrestle.
having a bit of a tate-to-tate as the ball in the meantime is in the arms of Phipps at full back. He goes long out wide. Keisha again. Makes good ground to get to the footy, hooks it around the body, wide open spaces. Here's a race down there between Matheson, who wins the race against Taylor on that occasion, and the ball's forced toward the boundary. It's not going to go over as picked up Mackenzie, tries to elude a couple of tackles, finally gets a handball across to Dunkley it is, as the ball on centre wing. Players held without the footy. Winchelsea trying desperately to mount something, but they can't get enough of the footy at the moment as the Werribee defence is absolutely on their back. Oh, there's a miss kick straight in the arms of Jones, middle of the ground for Werribee, goes towards full forward. I think on that occasion Hall had an arm held. Mensch picked up the crumbs, gets a kick before he gets put to the ground. Running to get the footy on that occasion is Stephen. Stephen handball across to Sezin. He goes towards the wing and mark taken by Higgins. Higgins for Winch. Where does he go from here? There's no one up forward. Now players made some space and that's
Sezin,
very
good
good
work.
running from Sezin. From centre half back, he's run to half forward.
Is it season or season?
Oh, careful, careful.
Frankie Valley and the Four Seasons.
So Sezin, well, wouldn't have kicked many goals in his career, I wouldn't have thought. Very good defensive
I
player.
tell you what, he's a good player though, isn't he? Yeah.
So Sezin now goes to the lead at half forward. The kicker's a little bit too strong with Sawney at ground level. Can't pick the footy up, however. Handball over the top, looking for Bonner. He's got player waiting for the handball in... in fact, it was Nucky. He's well up the ground also, and he's got the free kick. So nearly 19 minutes. There's a lead from up forward, but a terrible kick. Phipps dropped the mark. Perhaps he should have taken, but numbers are with Werribee Centrals. Brighty picks the footy up, goes out wide. The lead out there's McNicolai. Turned his opponent inside out with a great turn and a bounce. Handball over the top, and they're doing what they like. Salmon back to McNichol. Middle of the ground, Bray. He's tackled.
He's gone.
Threw it away. Umpire has agreed. And advantage paid for the Winch side. Nucky. Handball to advantage. Running in, having a shot for goal.
Oh, I needed that.
And that was...
If you make a mistake like that, Winch have to capitalise, and they didn't do that time.
So 20 minutes gone in the quarter.
So Knight brings the ball
No,
back.
another
in.
one.
Comes off hands. It's Higgins with the ball. Will drive it back in forward for Winchelsea. Phipps working hard. Oh, possibly got one a little bit higher and possibly in the back. Comes off hands. Picked up off the ground by Davis. It screws around.
Well, that's a great goal.
All clear.
Not sure whether it is against the breeze, Eric, I'm telling you.
Your father told me definitely right.
Yeah.
And in the middle, ball comes out
What would he know?
through Morgan. Morgan to half forward, 4 Winch. Handball comes to Mackenzie. Oh! Foot to the footy. Umpire got in Menchie's road. He needs to be careful. I think Menchie's apologised for the contact, but when you're between the ball and...
No, that's fair enough. That's right.
There's a bit going on off the footy between, I think it's Hall and Mackenzie there, but in the meantime, the ball's picked up by the Werribee side. Handball to McNichol around the corner.
Well, he
And
don't
at long
miss them, I can
last,
tell you.
I tell you what, he's had it for Werribee. He's bigger than any.
Oh,
of the
yeah,
Winch
he's a
side.
big lad. Don't worry about that.
Big men fly. Corny. Morgan got the ball down. Bray, but it came off hands and was smothered. Venables for Werribee, for Winchelsea. I'm sorry. Picks the ball up. Comes to Murphy. Murphy goes over the top to Davis. Can he get 2 in a couple of minutes? He turns it. Heads for home. I reckon he can.
Well, there's 2 for Davis. He's keeping them in it, the boy.
I reckon he.
Puts the ball in the air once again. Mensch gets the tap down for Winch. Ball does come clear, but using strength. Cassidy runs away with the footy for Werribee. Great kick. A mark not taken by Hall on that occasion. Taylor picks up the crumbs. Does get a ball back. That's incredible because
Good
gets a
Samaras
handball
again.
back to Hall and on the right foot.
They're just smashing it open through the middle. Up they go again. Morgan climbed all over Mensch, but still got the tap down. Came off hands. It was Murphy with the ball. Picks up, sends Winchelsea into attack. Leading in the race for the ball there is McClure. Comes off hands. Phipps, though, does some good work for Werribee Centrals. Gets it back around outside the wing looking for Kaitia. And Mackenzie it is, leading in the race for the ball out there, and I reckon the boundary line might win unless Bonner can get there first. He can. Bonner can get there first. Picked up by Mackenzie. Drives the ball back in long into attack. Over to the top. Oh, Phipps again. Oh, reward him, umpire. He did the hard work. Got it in the back. Comes off hands. Pack of players fall on the ball. Give it to me, says the umpire. The eye on the ball, this was all happening. Comes off hands. McClure got the tap down. Deep in Winchelsea's attacking half. They need a goal if they've got any hope at all. Comes to Sawney. Snaps it round his body. Looking for Higgins, but the Werribee Central's player will defend grimly back there. Supported by Hart for Winchelsea. Boundary line will win.
It was Quarrier, I think.
He
carried it 25 metres.
It was a good carry without a bounce, but you do that whether you got to give him a bit of run.
So the ball thrown in, half forward flank for the Winchelsea side. Desperately need a goal here, but the clearance has come to the Werribee side. But in the middle of the ground, it is Mackenzie. Strong chest mark. Kicks it long, back inside forward 50 for the Winch side. Oh, that's a
great
great
mark. That's a beauty.
Was Hart, I think. Played on quickly to full forward, looking for... Doesn't quite find Higgins. Higgins got 3 to beat there, and numbers are going to win out for Werribee. Although Winchelsea, the troops have arrived, but all too late. Now it stacks on the mill. Come on, umpire. By that time, they're in big trouble. So the ball tapped down from the ball up. At ground level, picked up by, looked like Venables to me. He's tackled immediately. Umpire, you can't
No
do
prior
that.
opportunity.
God.
No prior opportunity.
That,
Bonner it was. Hard done by it.
thank goodness you weren't watching Grubby. You'd have been ashamed with that one.
Yeah.
No prior
Well,
opportunity
I did see
whatsoever.
it, and I thought it was a bit tough. Too tough for mine.
Weatherly with the ball.
Hello, we're gone.
We've gone off here.
What's going on?
Don't know. Never happens at Werribee.
I'm not happy with that.
You know what they're going to say, don't you? You've turned the power off so you get the pass.
Might be a blessing in disguise.
Come on.
What's this stupid? Is she all right, this Sheila, this trainer?
I don't know, just a lapse.
There's something wrong with her. They've got to be careful on that.
Minor score.
There's that Hall. Behind to the Werribee Central side as the siren sounds. So that is 13 goals, 15, I think I make it. 93 on Winchelsea. That's the three-quarter time score, Andrew.
From all around Geelong.
Galvin Park, umpire puts the ball in the air. Good tap down again by Morgan.
He's been good, Morgan.
He's done a very good job. Picked up by Leake, round the corner towards half forward. Mark not taken for the Winch side by Dunkeld. There's Phipps. He's done a pretty good job today too, just quietly. Gets the handball to Morgan. Morgan long to half forward. Almost would have paid the mark to Werribee there. Not paid to Keisha. As diving in under the footy there was Salmond. Ball gets hit out, and that's good football. At least they're trying to open out. Good work, Keisha. Tap off the ground. Gets the ball forward, but Sezin in the road for Winchelsea. Goes wide, but not a good kick. However, it's made good there by Bonner. Tried to take the mark. Can't complete it. And now handball comes out wide. Picked up by Bayliss for Winchelsea. But Werribee, they're working and working. Handball comes out from the deep in the pocket. Can the young fellow in Taylor take the mark? He can't quite, but he follows up. All he can do is take it.
Fine, they've still got to use their defensive qualities.
Agreed. And looked like...
Thanks, sweetheart.
That was Curlin back in the game, but young Walson, he goes towards half forward, as unable to control the footy, and free kick over the top. It's gone to Winchelsea, and it's Kane Bonner.
So Bonner brings the ball out and finds his Winchelsea player there in Holmes it was. Drives the ball long. He was looking for Mackenzie, and Mackenzie off the ball was completely outmarked. There by McGuinness. McGuinness goes long in towards the middle of the ground then. Ball drive long by Breedy. Goes out looking for Keisha. He's going to lead in the race for the ball, running McClure off his legs. But McClure turns around good enough. Gets a handball away. Not much on it though. Tornier. Intercepted beautifully there by David Breedy. He brings the ball back in. 2 Winchelsea players running back. 4 onto Hall actually. But the boundary line will beat them all. Up they go. Gets down, Casey does the ruck work, gets the tap down, comes off hands, working the ball around the outer side. Comes out, though, to Nucky. Nucky with the ball, drives up the outer wing, scoreboard side. Goes too long for Higgins. Leading back in the race for the ball was Koutsamanis.
But hasn't had a touch, and Weatherly's really done a number on him.
He has done, and great credit to him.
Ball comes back in, Curlin back on the ground, which is a good sign for Winchelsea. Hasn't been sided really since he's heavy knocked in the middle.
Coach.
Comes off hands. In the middle there is Bray. Takes it on with his bulk. Picked up off hands. Great pick up off the ground there by McGuinness. McGuinness, little chip kick in. Finds one of the Warriors over the top. It's going to find that man, Cassidy, running into an open goal. Chips it over the top. Great work. Finds Taylor. Taylor says, no, Cassidy, you can't have a goal. I might mark it on the goal line.
You always got to take that mark.
Got to take it. I agree.
But I reckon the intent was always to pass it.
No doubt,
Taylor.
No doubt.
Taylor turns around and sends it out amongst the flock of ibises.
And again, as you said, unselfish play.
And just quietly, Toby Bray's not the worst player on the ground today. He's having a ball. As the ball cleared from the middle, unfortunately the kick off the ground is marked at half-back by the Winch defence through season. But they go forward again. Walson, able to get a kick. Handball comes to Bray. We're just talking about towards full forward. Handball comes out to Keisha, can't control it, does well to keep fighting on. Season, he's a bit of a dust up behind the play. I'll keep watching the game and you can
watch the duster.
So the ball now for Winchelsea goes to Bonner at half forward. He's
got to get a kick, mate.
He has the ball kicked off the ground there by Knight for Werribee Central. McGuinness, great game from him. Little chip pass to half forward. And now the McNichol basically on his own, picks up the footy, good tackle at the end of the day, and Winch able to turn it over as the ball comes back towards the middle of the ground. Jones on his own. Why would you leave him on his own? Chips it out wide. The leads come out there from Bridie. Takes the mark and plays on quickly. Left foot kick to the lead at forward. Mark Taylor almost a mark. Not paid by the umpire.
No, didn't hold it.
So the Winchelsea defenders comes across the face of goal to Holmes. Where's he going to go? He's kicked it out wide. Season. He's got to mark this, and he does.
He's always going to too. And
Right.
get that number 8 water boy off the ground.
It's back inboard. And
Freddie Linehan.
Winchelsea, they switch the play again, right across the ground. This time it's McClure. Takes the mark, plays on quickly towards centre wing. They've got a loose player in Tornia. Oh, just took the mark. And 6 minutes gone in the quarter. 6-3 Winch. They trail Werribee 14-15.
Tornia, half-back flank, needs to find something to find. Comes to Nucky. Nucky with the ball will drive Winchelsea into attack. He's looking for Mensch at centre forward. Mensch can't quite bring the mark to ground. Comes off hands. Good work there by the Werribee defence. Come across the ground. Morgan. He's made some space off Mensch. Leads in the race for the ball. Going to be tackled though and brought to ground. Good work by Donald. And the boundary line will...
New signal. I think that up there is actually out of bounds.
He shook his head. He's not happy.
No,
he was not happy at all.
No, not at all.
But he was ignored. It's come off hands there, and it was Bruno, I think, with the ball. Came around the outer side of the ground. Minor score, Winchelsea. They need more than minor scores, though. They go to 6-4-40. Werribee Centrals 14-15-99. Smith's Old Blood Suzuki scoreboard. 7 minutes gone.
So the ball comes in quickly for the Werribee side. Mark taken deep in the back pocket. Kick came. Now they decide to switch back across the face. Weatherly. Now they've created the loose man. Oh, couldn't get it past the man on the mark, Weatherly.
Well, now he's probably, a free kick.
Now he's probably given a free kick away because he was that disappointed. Winchelsea.
Well, he's made two mistakes all day, Weatherly, and they've both been in a matter of seconds in between each other. I've just seen.
The amazing part...
what was that?
Pipsy, don't do that. And it is behind at 8 minutes gone.
I don't know what... Oh! He's kicked it in. He has kicked the ball in from full back, and the full forward has marked it on the mark. That was absolutely amazing. It was a miskick. Didn't mean to do it, of course. Brody Donald has the ball, and he will kick from about 15 metres from goal. A big old miskick. That was a grubber. Brody Donald's coming in. Kicks through the ball. The whole umpire doesn't move, so Brody Donald will kick him. And Curlin has gone back into the middle finally, but Morgan gets the tap down, comes to Bray. Bray on the right foot, inside out kick, leading for the Racing Hall. He overruns the ball though, and it comes back there as Holmes. Holmes, he's got under a lot of pressure though, being bought by his Werribee Central's opponent. Well, he's played quite well in this second half in particular. Keisha missed the ball, had a big windy at it. Comes off hands. Bruno working hard underneath and under the ball there. Comes off hands, turned back into the middle, comes towards Taylor, but leading in the race for the ball is Matheson. Comes off hands, players fall on it. Big pack of players fall. You're going to have to... Oh, no. Up popped Bayliss, and he's got a little kick away. Worked it around the boundary looking for Tornia, but this time...
Werribee 14-15. Ball thrown in. Season over the top, gets the tap down. Tornia runs onto the footy, can't pick it up, kicks it off the ground. Picked up by McKenzie. Handball out wide. Running player for Winch. Now they come inboard towards half forward. Numbers back there. Werribee have got back to half back very quickly and able to block things up back there as Tornia, who's run on. He can't get a kick. Out of the pack, goes towards half forward off the boot of Higgins, but again, Brighty. Great mark, great defence, and finds his teammate on half back flank. And the Werribee Central side decide to, they're confident now, right across the face of goal. They've found Phipps on his own. He's got Cornish on his own.
Just come on the ground.
So that's a good interchange. Cornish goes back inboard. You get a game next week. Kicked it back to the coach. Phipps now. Which way does he go? Phipps, he's slowed it down, but he finds a loose player.
We're patient.
So they're doing very well here, the Werribee side. Koutsamanis comes in.
Comes off the ball, Coots.
There's Alan Moore from the North Geelong pass players.
Looking for Taylor. Taylor, taken a little bit high maybe. Umpire says no. Comes off hands. Ball comes back there to Hall. Hall, he's a long way from where he was at goal. He's well outside 50. He kicks around the corner looking for Taylor. And that is out on the full. Back further. He's nearly kicked it into the goal square for Winchelsea. They're going to swing all the way across the ground. Come to Mensch in the alternate pocket.
Oh, be careful.
Straight away. Little handball over the top comes to Sez, and he's going to have to put the afterburners on. Just gets tackled as he gets rid of the ball. Bonner can't pick the ball up, and here comes the pressure. They've mucked around with it. Winchelsea
could be on the ball.
All sorts of nonsense.
They're lucky to get away with that. But I tell you what, I love McNichol when they're plenty of goals up in the last quarter. He just put that effort to chase and put the pressure on, and that's what they need if they're going to be finals contenders.
Back up they come. Curlin got the ball down to Venables. Venables brings the ball out, but it'll be Phipps. Little one off the ground from Phipps. Goes straight into the hands of the captain.
Pick it up, you idiot!
Goes long. Comes over the top now is Higgins. Higgins with the ball. Can't get the ball clean. Comes to Hart for Winchelsea. Gets a little kick away over the top. Running hard is Bonner. If he can get there, he might be able to do something with it. But McGuinness, again in the last line of defence, comes across the face of goal, and it'll go back to McGuinness. He now looks for options. Little chip kick. Comes up to Weatherly, who's had a great game today. Back to McGuinness. McGuinness now works it up the outer side of the ground, and Werribee Centrals will bring it away again. Scores, Eric?
3/4 time scores all games. Anarchy.
Well, we're at Werribee.
Anarchy 14-15. Belmont Lions 4-6.
Wow.
North Geelong 9-9. Bannockburn 6-5. Inverleigh 6-3. Thompson 14-3. As we mentioned before, Corio 5-6. Trail East 9-9. At West, this is the big one. 6 goals, 7 West. Belpost Hill 6 goals, 8.
Come on, the West boys!
Ball back on the wing. Mackenzie for Winchelsea. Centre wing of the ground. McGuinness for Werribee Centrals. Picks up the ball across the half blank, and he's going to use the boundary line to his...
For Winch. Up high, and it looks as if he's recovered Curlin. But at ground level again, it's the Werribee side. Casey attacking the foot. He takes a strong mark overhead. Oh, it's a dangerous kick, but it's...
too dangerous.
At this stage, it won't come off because intercepting there is Hart for Winch. Goes back. He's nearly as bad. He's kicked at the 3-on-1 for the Werribee side as Winch. They get a handball back to Curlin. Off a step outside. That's a magnificent kick off a step.
Bobby touched.
That's right on the state he was.
So Knight brings the ball back in, and it was intercepted by Mackenzie, and the boundary line will be the result.
Yes, I wish he had marked that, Mackenzie. I thought he could have. It was a great interception, but I thought he might have been able to actually hold on to it.
Ball comes back in. Slow getting there. Bruno had to do the work for Werribee Centrals and got most of it. Then does the roving. Then gives it by hand. Comes out wide. Working up the outer boundary line in front of the scoreboard. Sezin was probably taken without the ball by Casey. Nothing said the umpire. Mensch gets the ball off the ground to Tornier. He's got a little bit of time. Turns, comes to true centre half forward. But again, it's to a 1-on-2 contest for Winchelsea. Comes off hands. A bit of work done there by Donald. Comes off hands to Higgins. Higgins goes for goal. Is it going to get back? No. Great again. Werribee Central's defence.
I'll tell you what, their defence has been great today, hasn't it?
Last line of defence, and they'll kick the point. That's come straight back in. Straight back in, and the Werribee Centrals again. Will they go coast to coast again? This time comes to Bray. Whistle on play. So 7-7-49, Winchelsea 14-15-99. Werribee Centrals.
That disadvantage in the team, isn't it?
It did. So Phipps has the ball. He's going to come out to Cornish on the wing right in front of the past players stand and the Werribee Centrals coaches box. Cornish, he goes inboard, and he will find Chris Bridie there.
Bridie couldn't see the footy for the sun. The sun's come out here.
It's a beautiful day in downtown Werribee.
Comes off over the top, looking for Bruno. Used his body beautifully, then sells it, gets around 1, gets around 2, gets around 3. Bruno, great work, a bloody bit of footy there. Goes long, but not really to no one in particular. Getting back there was Holmes for Winchelsea. Working hard, Koutsamanis. He gets a handball.
It's on beyond play.
Keisha can't get it up. He gets it through now, and it'll come outside to Nucky. Nucky brings the ball out.
Someone's caught one. Someone's caught one in there.
Comes to Davis now in the middle of the ground. Davis goes out long, but there's no one out there for the Winchelsea side. Off hands.
That's pathetic umpire. The umpire nearly got hit, and he didn't report anyone. That's disgraceful.
Back into the middle of the ground we are. Ball comes to Phipps. Nearly true centre of the ground for Centrals. Off hands, and gives the ball then to Cornish.
So ball back in the middle of the ground. Werribee in control. Come across.
Turn the camera off, Bjorn.
To the negative. To him.
Oh, that's all what happened to him. How about that?
So the ball on centre wing. Oh, there's a free kick not paid by the umpire. I reckon that.
No, he paid it. He paid advantage.
Good call. I didn't see that. So the ball is in the arms of Venables at full forward, and that's a good kick and a good comfortable chest mark. So the opportunity to put a score on the board. But that, going back to that...
Great game, Hawley.
I couldn't work out why the umpire was in the middle of it and didn't get the book out.
I can't believe he didn't see it, because I saw it from here. I can't believe he didn't see that.
So Venables now. I think he's gone back via the Cape. He's gone back 35 metres. The man on the mark's 35 metres. Moves in. Good positive approach. Not a bad-looking kick off the boot, and the umpire doesn't move too far. I think that's goal number 3, and it is to Brett.
Been going 23.
Up they go in the middle. Curlin got the most of that to ground, comes off hands to Sawney, just tagged as he got the ball away with a kick, and as a result, Phipps will drop back and take the mark.
He's been pretty good, Phipps.
He has been good today, Phipps, indeed. So Phipps with the ball, true centre half back position, drives it through the middle. He's looking for Jones and finds him right in the centre of the ground, and he will continue to play on and run. Jones goes long forward, looking for Cassidy down there.
Oh, what a mark that was!
Great mark by Cassidy. Good work by Jones. Took the ball and ran. Cassidy gave him a strong, powerful lead, and he has marked the ball 25-30 from home, I suppose, directly in front.
He's a better player than I thought he was, this bloke.
Yeah, good player, and they're able to rest Hall in the last quarter, who's had an outstanding game at full
Yeah,
forward.
look, he's done pretty well. For a wingman to go up forward, I know they tagged him when he was on the wing a couple of years ago, and he's came back, put him up forward line. He's done a pretty good job,
Well,
Hall.
he's very mobile. Most backmen wouldn't keep with him.
No.
So in they come. Cassidy kicks through the ball. Umpire goes across, but he doesn't have to move too far. And that will be Michael Cassidy's.
Under all that. Bjorn, get down here and film this. Up goes Morgan. It was Jones. Gets it out. Out they come, the Werribee Centrals boys. Goes over to Bray. He's been good. Bray puts it out to Cornish. Cornish goes forward. And the ball's going to beat everybody and roll out of bounds for a throw-in on a half-forward flank on the scoreboard side of the ground. Werribee 15-15. Winchelsea 8 goals, 6. What a magnificent day for Past Players Day after the year. They've fought back the Centrals boys. Out it comes now. Nobody can get it. It just pushed forward towards the goals. Out he comes now. Koutsamanis gets a handball, but a great bit of play by the Winchelsea defence. Bad kick goes to Werribee Centrals. No one can pick it up. It's picked up now by McKenzie. McKenzie's been pretty good. Goes on the right foot. Puts it up towards Tornia, but he slips over and he's almost outpointed. It comes out now to Weatherly. Weatherly puts it over towards, I don't know who that was. I've had a few beers. Over it goes. Oh, interception here by Donald. I think it is. No, it's Venables. Venables gets a kick off. He has a shot for goal. It's a goal. A magnificent goal of Winchelsea. At the moment, but up it goes. Big Morgan in ruck. He's been pretty good all day. No one gets it, but it comes out to Bray. Bray gets his handball smothered, and Winchelsea are on the move. Down they go towards a full forward position. Out it comes. Nobody can get it as a big pack forms. Nobody can get it again. Umpire's got to come in here. No one can get it out. Umpire ball up, son, and he don't mind, Greg. We're having a bit of fun. Up he goes. He's done a good job. Comes out now. Werribee Centrals in the van. Kicked out by Weatherly. But a bad kick, and it goes over towards, I don't know who that is. Only from Winchelsea. It doesn't matter. Out it comes now. Over in the forward pocket. Winchelsea, I tell you what, they haven't given up, Eric. They're still trying pretty hard as a kick out. Probably go out in the full there in the ruck all day. Up it goes. Nobody can take the mark. It's picked out of the defence by Centrals, and away they come again. Oh, they've fallen over everywhere. And it's a beautiful pick-up. No, he doesn't get it. Kick off the ground. Oh, that's Koutsamanis, a little fella. Been pretty good, Koutsa. Puts it up towards a full forward. Cassidy can't take the mark, but butters up beautifully. Gets a handball out, but no one in particular. And it's picked up by the Winchelsea defence, and they put it out towards a half-forward flank, out towards the wing position now. In they come. It's going to be a long kick in towards the full forward, but no one can take the mark. Weatherly handballs, and the defence has been great all day as they come out again. Here come the Werribee Centrals boys over to Bray. Bray takes the mark. Beautiful little handball. Away they go now, Werribee Centrals looking for little Koutsamanis again. Probably infringed with the umpire, agrees with me. I'm glad you did because I reckon I was right. Koutsamanis sees a short pass and puts it in the arms of a Winchelsea defender.
So Bonner now takes the mark for Winch over to Mensch, and Mensch on half-back flank for Winchelsea. Kicks it down the line. Mark not taking Higgins, and great work there by Phipps again for Werribee. He's played well. Werribee kick into full forward. Cassidy edged his opponent forward. Unfortunately, his opponent hit the ball, so Cassidy does well. Great tack on the player. The footy comes loose and picked up by Keisha from 30.
Oh, good boy.
Has a pot shot and has kicked his third.
Today on the radio, but he's a good fella, Greggy. Morgan gets the tap down, comes off hands again, in and under Curlin. He gets a little foot away. Toby Bray, bustling work inside. No 10, punched away, comes to Tornia. Oh, good give there by hand to Hart. Hart goes forward looking looking for an option there, and it's Venables
Oh,
right on the cricket pitch.
Wouldn't bounce.
So she brings the ball back in. Morgan gets the ball taps it down, comes off hands underneath there. I think it might have been one of the Quarrier boys. Comes off hands in the back.
Could have been in the back, I think.
Venables. Phipps leads in the race. Gets just as he picked the ball up, he got tackled and claimed.
Oh, clever.
Comes off hand. Oh, clever work as Grubby is called. Comes off in the middle of the ground there again is Keisha. Had a fine day. Tornier, can he get the ball to bounce up for him? Yes, he can, Tornier. Got a little bit of time. Goes round, finds threads through the eye of a needle, and he'll find Nucky. Nucky probably hasn't had as much influence today as we thought he might have.
Oh, he hasn't been back long.
He comes forward and he sends the ball into Venables. Venables gets a kick away. Oh, passes through 1 and 2, but I think the Weatherly might use the goals. He does, and it will be a minor score. So 9-8-62 Winchelsea, 16-15, 1-1-11 Werribee Centrals.
Ball quickly in for Werribee. Bray, handball over.
He's gone!
Players running. Umpire doesn't blow the whistle. Turnover comes to Nucky to Tornier. Tries to beat an opponent. Back to Nucky. Hook round the body.
Side!
28 minutes the last quarter when it is all over here at Galvin Park. And the final score reads Werribee Central 16-15, 111. And they have defeated Winchelsea 9-8-62.
We are the Raiders from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football is strong.